It's here, Spawn issue number 12. Let's fucking go. We start off with Spawn brooding on top of that amazing church cross and looking like a badass. He reminisces about his and Wanda's wedding day and how beautiful she was and how captivating she was. How she was the only person that he could think of in that moment, and he almost even forgot to say I do because he was so amazed by her beauty and his love for her. He also remembers Grandma Blake and how she wanted Wanda to change her name to Wanda Simmons, but even Al was like, it sounds kind of weird, kind of like a sister. And then she says, what about when you have kids? And he was like, well, we plan on having 2, and we'll just mix our initials, so B and S, so that'll be their names. We then get a henchman of Jason Wynn stating that Terry Fitzgerald might be getting onto them and how he ordered Al Simmons to be killed. Now, obviously, Jason Wynn doesn't want this shit, so he's like, send him a message. Next, we get a really good character interaction between Spawn and Grandma Blake. He visits her, and the reason she's not freaking out when she sees him is because she can't see him. She's blind. So, he visits her, she hears his voice, and she recognizes him almost immediately. And she's like, Al, you're scaring me. And he's like, don't worry, don't be scared. And then he says how he came here to tell her that heaven will be waiting for her when she passes. He also says, bless you, child, I can't wait to join you and your friends when I arrive there. And he says, well, the thing is, you won't be seeing me there. He says how heaven is for good people and people who deserve it, etc. She doesn't really believe him because she always thought that he was a really good guy and that he was a hero, so she doesn't really understand that. And then he asks her about Wanda. He says, does she still think about me? And she says, of course, she thinks about you now more than ever. And with that, he's kind of satisfied, slightly. We move on to the police precinct, and Sam is freaking out because they have internal probation. Because, fucking Billy Kincaid was found chained up in there with popsicle sticks shoved up his damn ass. So, of course they're gonna get kind of blamed for that, and they're still investigating it, so he's kind of pissed that they even think it's them in the first place. Twitch makes tons of jokes about it, and Sam is like, how the hell can you be joking about this? And he says, hey, you know what, there's no chance in us even being blamed for this because we didn't do shit, and that makes me at peace. Also, I try not to make a big deal out of it and just relax. And then Sam's like, hey, that says pretty much what he says. Moving on to Wanda walking Cyan on a beach, and then she's like, did you enjoy this walk? And Cyan's like, nope. And then she's like, you mean yes? And then she's like, chess, because she doesn't know how to say yes yet, so she just says nope instead. It's pretty fucking funny. Terry Fitzgerald then arrives, and Cyan runs to her dad, and they have some cute little family moments. The CIA then arrive at Terry's doorstep, and he says, wait here a minute, and he goes and talks to them. Then they say, what a beautiful family you have, Terry. It would be a shame if anything happened to them. Jason Wynn is excited that Terry got the message, and we move on to the alleyways where Spawn is getting drunk and the rest of them are singing songs and enjoying themselves. One of the homeless guys named Garib then puts on Spawn's mask to be a little jokester, and Spawn's like, no, remove that shit! It then starts to suffocate him, and Spawn actually has to rip it off of his face to save Garib's life. He then apologizes for it, stating that he doesn't have control over it at the moment. Spawn then has a vision, thinking it's the alcohol, but it's not, of his past, reminiscing of the face, the skeleton that we were talking about before. Then he starts to form a face in his mind, and he notices it's not an actual skeleton. It's just skull makeup. And then it's revealed that it's Chapel who killed Spawn. And that sums up issue number 12. Like the video if you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy the video, then why are you still watching, dickhead? I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.